What's up, everybody? Chris closes your deal here with Real Estate Investing Made Easy, and we are going live on some seller calls. So let's jump right in. Let me just make sure I got my calendar up because I have a few follow-up calls. Myron Jackson, investor. All right, I'm gonna humor this guy with a call, but it looks like he's probably gonna be looking for top dollar.
Please leave your message.
Give him one more shot.
Please leave your message for
Okay, so that one's done. Let's see here. Perfect.
please leave your message for 81.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the live stream where we're dialing sellers.
Please leave your message for 8125898887.
Hey, Andrea, this is Chris. I was reaching out because you were connecting with one of my colleagues via text, Erica, and she had booked a call for us today at around 3:15 Pacific. But I had some previous appointment freed up, and so I saw in the text messages that it looks like you were okay with around 2 o'clock. So figured I'd try to give you a call a little bit early. I'm going to shoot you a text as well. Hopefully we can connect. My telephone number is 619-525-7132. Again, 619-525-7132. Hope you're having a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.
Welcome to the U.S. Cellular voicemail. 515971162.
Hello?
Hey, Jim, it's Chris.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good, good. Yeah, glad we could connect. I wanted to, get back to you. I had some time to get back to you here on your property on Massey Ave that we were talking about last week. Did I catch you at a bad time?
No,
Okay.
but you're a little late.
What happened?
We sold it.
You sold it?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
You were supposed to get back to me by, I think it was Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I tried to call you last week.
Oh, well, you didn't leave a message or anything. Anyway, we got an offer Friday and we accepted.
Oh, what'd they end up coming up to?
30.
30.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Um, all right. When are they scheduled to close?
The agreement was 30 days.
Got it. Okay. All right. Did they already put EMD down and everything?
Yep.
Okay. Got it. All right. Well, obviously, things don't always go according to plan. Do they have, is there an inspection period or they're just going to close?
They inspected last Friday morning and they made an offer Friday afternoon, emailed it to us. We signed it Monday,
Hmm.
and they turned it over to whatever it was, the closing people.
Got it. Okay. Who'd they open title with?
I don't know, somebody in Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
They're handling all that.
Okay. All right. Got it. Got it. Oh, man. Well, I'd love to stay in touch and if it doesn't if it doesn't end up going through, being a possible backup for you. Um, yeah, I try to reach out. Let me see here. Looks like last Monday. When did we talk? Did we talk Monday?
And we talked, it was, yeah, be a week ago Monday.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, guess that's just how it goes. So
Yep.
I'll stay in touch with you, and if anything changes, definitely you have my contact info, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, if anything comes up, anything changes, definitely feel free to reach out and I'll stay in touch. So 30 days from just this past Monday?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. All right. So is that calendar days or business days?
Oh, they didn't say.
What's the contract say?
I didn't read it that close. It
Okay.
just said 30 days. It said, I just gave a 30-day
Got
period
it.
for closing.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm assuming calendar.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll stay in touch with you and if anything changes, definitely reach out. And sometimes, a lot of times, unfortunately, in this industry, and we kind of get a black eye for everybody else and the way they do business. But, there's some people out there that, what they'll do is they'll get into contract and then as they're in contract, they'll try to negotiate as it gets closer to closing. So if anything like that happens, they start getting squirrely or anything, definitely don't hesitate to reach out and give me a call.
Okay.
All
I'll do
right.
that.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate you.
You
Have a good
bet.
rest of your day.
You too.
All
Bye.
right. See ya. Oh, damn. This is why the fortune's in the follow-up, guys, because stuff like that happens, you know, and I had tried to reach out to him a couple times. Damn. Yeah, I know that I reached out to him multiple times. Pretty sure I sent him texts. You know, I would say, so yes, I could say, Pocket, that it's unlucky. But that would also be me not taking responsibility. I should have been way more on top of him, because when I talked to him, I knew how serious he was about selling. And, you know, we had an offer range. So our range was, we offered him 22,750. Our offer range was, let me see here. We could be under contract with him right now, is basically what it comes down to, because we could have gone all the way up to 35. Yeah, we had an offer range of 20 to 35. So I started out at a 22,750 offer. And damn. Yeah. So that's my fault. I should have stayed on top of him and just hounded him, you know, for the next few days, because, you know, had I gotten in front of him, you know, he didn't sign that contract until Monday. They talked to him on Friday. You know, I probably could have came in and, you know, beat them out, you know, at the 35 if I needed to, you know, or 32. So, you know, it is what it is. 30 days close. But knowing what I know, I'm absolutely going to follow up with him. Let's see, today is the 9th. So we're going to follow up with him in 2 weeks. Let's see here. Let me make sure I just get this on in here. Two weeks, 9 a.m. Pacific. So for anybody watching this, when you run into that, don't just dead that deal, right? Like, don't take that out of your follow-up sequence. You absolutely want to follow up with them, because in the grand scheme of things, you know, anywhere from 30 to 50% of deals fall out of escrow. So there's a very high likelihood that it could fall out of escrow. Now, if they're an actual buyer, it's not going to fall out of escrow. They're going to be able to to get that across the finish line, because there's enough room in that deal. It's about $100,000 ARV, probably needs about $25,000 worth of work. So you figure 100K minus 30 for the purchase minus $25,000 worth of work leaves about 45. They're probably going to have, you know, maybe five to, you know, $8,000 in holding costs. So that leaves a $37,000 margin for somebody. So, yeah, Pocket, we're able to get some good closings last month. So, you know, we closed a couple deals. I think we ended up with you know, right around 50. Got a couple contracts, locked up a deal that is about to get listed. So we got a photographer going out tomorrow to a property in Indianapolis that we locked up, and it's going to go live. The listing's going to go live on Friday, I believe. So we locked it up at 660. We're doing no work to it, and we're going to list it for $949,000. So it's going to be like a $200,000 rip. And then we're getting some action on a listing that we have in Colorado. That's like another $175,000 rip. So yeah, so we got some good stuff going. So, what market are you in, Pocket? No. Sorry. No, not 50 contracts. No. Not 50 contracts. No, we got a few contracts, but as far as like closings are concerned, we closed about $50,000 worth of transactions. It's a novation, or you bought it. It's a novation. Yeah. You're in Tampa. Is that where you live? Okay, let's see here. Ingrid in Odessa. No, invest in Tampa market. Yeah, Tampa's a good market. Where do you live? New Jersey. Dirty Jers. Nice. I'm from Philly originally, as you can probably. Ingrid. She keeps on picking up and hanging up. All right, let's give her one more shot. Triple dial. Keep getting disconnected.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice
Oh,
messaging
now she
system.
sends me to voicemail.
Ingrid von Saden.
I'm gonna give her a fourth ring just to be that guy. I'm in San Diego right now.
Hello.
Hey, Ingrid, it's Chris. How are you?
I'm fine. Chris who?
Chris Deal, you were actually communicating with one of my colleagues, Brad, about a property that you own in Odessa that you
Yeah,
were.
he didn't mention I don't want to be called after 5 o'clock at night. I mentioned that to him.
Oh, I apologize. I did not get
And
that.
we're in the middle of a hurricane, so you'll have to
Yeah,
get back to me.
no
Thanks.
worries. How are you holding up?
Remains to be seen. We're waiting for the eye to come in.
Oh man, well, I'll be praying for you. I apologize. I'm on the West Coast, so yeah, it's 3 o'clock here, so I totally apologize. But yeah, I'll be praying for you and hope everything goes well. My wife has family in Fort Myers, so they're all hunkering down as well.
Of course.
Yeah, but all right. Wish you the best. I'll stay in touch here soon.
Good. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate your interest. Bye
No
bye.
worries. Thank you, Ingrid. Bye bye. So I'm not cold calling. So we have cold callers. So all these leads are leads that are in the CRM. They've been cold called, or they've been texted, or PPC. So there's a number of different ways that we market. And so these are all semi-warm leads. You know, I don't know. They're not cold leads. They're not necessarily hot leads. Somewhere in the middle. Let's see here. So. I happen to have a buyer in Charleston, West Virginia. No luck with investor lifts on my end. What's up? WA, PNW, Pacific Northwest, Washington, Pacific Northwest. Okay, nice. I'm guessing that's where you're located. So do you have, well, I guess we haven't really done a deal in West Virginia. There's not really a lot going on in West Virginia. We could probably find a buyer for you in West Virginia. What level of investor lift do you have? Because that is, you know, not all levels of investor lift are the same. So oh, my back is killing me. Doing deadlifts this morning. Freaking back is all tight. All right, so let's see here. Let me make sure I put emergency note on this. Do not call after 5 p.m. Eastern. Oh, okay, so you're on the lieutenant plan then. So yeah, I mean, if you're not finding anybody, I mean, you're gonna have access to similar amount of buyers that we have. Now I don't know, our process might be a little bit different. So, we have a way we can go about finding buyers that don't include investor lift. That's one way that we use. It's not the end all be all, but we have a pretty dialed in dispo process. So happy to help, man. If you want to send over the details, send it to this email and CC. Is it just a straight cash deal? And is it a fixer or is it in livable condition? I guess that's greater question. Because if it's in livable condition and it can be financed, I don't know if you're familiar with novations, but we crush novations. We do really well at taking wholesalers' dead deals they can't find buyers for, and converting them to novations, and then it's more of a buy and hold. Okay, so then is it turnkey? Rent ready? Bro, that sounds like a novation all day. Are you doing novations? Or are you just doing strictly cash wholesales? Okay, I'm gonna follow up with her next week. Hopefully the hurricane doesn't, do too much damage. You haven't done a novation yet. Okay, so here's the deal, dude. So we crush novations. I was just mentioning to Pocket here that we have a deal that we're novating in Indy. We locked it up at 660. We're listing it for $950,000. Yeah, send the info to my email. Sorry, I just got a Slack that I was looking at. But yeah, man. So we got it under contract for 660. We're listing it for 950, 949. And so what's that going to be? 949 times 0.9 minus 660. It's $195,000 novation deal, right? So when you have a deal, and this is for everybody watching, right? So if you're primarily doing cash wholesale deals, right? Whether it's fix and flips, whether it's buy and hold cash wholesale deals, even if it's creative finance, whatever it is that you're doing, if you're having trouble getting buyers and it meets this criteria, the property is in livable condition, right? Livable and financeable condition, right? So grade A is it can qualify for FHA financing. FHA financing is basically there's really nothing mechanically wrong. It's got flooring, it's got kitchens, bathrooms, everything's, decent. It's just dated, right? And it could be lived in. So if you got something like that and there's not really much of a spread for a cash deal, bring it to us. What we can do is we can reposition it to a novation. So we can get on the phone with the seller. We can convert it over to a novation agreement. And then what'll happen is we'll take that thing all the way to the finish line. So we will vet the agents. We'll reach out to agents in the market, identify, we'll probably have an agent in that market, most likely. We'll reach out to agents, we'll vet agents, make sure we're finding the top agent in the market, and then we'll get it listed. We'll go live. We'll handle all the transaction coordination side of things and get that thing across the finish line. And a lot of times we can take a deal, whereas a cash wholesale deal, it was going to maybe, if you're lucky, make you $5,000. We could turn around and make it a $30,000 plus spread. I mean, we've done deals where it was not going to make sense as a cash wholesale deal, and we flipped it and turned it around to like a $40,000, $50,000 spread. So yeah, we definitely can help out with that. So send the details over to us. The other thing is a little bit different when it comes to comping. So, it doesn't matter what the ARV is. What we want to look at is we want to look at similar properties in the same condition, as is condition, and see what they're selling for. And, more often than not, we can make a pretty good deal there. What's up, Mike? Glad to have you on, man. So I'm just dialing here. 2 p.m. Okay, let's see here.
Hi, you've reached Philip Gonzalez. Please leave a message. Thank you. Bye.
Hey, Philip, it's Chris. Hope you're doing well. Wanted to circle back with you on your property on 32nd Street. We are still very much interested in working something out. Feel like we're pretty close here. So give me a call back when you get a chance. My telephone number is 619-525-7132. Again, 619-525-7132. Hope you're having a great day. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, let's put him in. So WAPNW, where are you primarily marketing? Nationwide, nice. Oh, you get PPC leads, nice. Are you getting a lot of stuff in rural areas? Because we were doing nationwide PPC, and we're still doing some nationwide PPC, but so much freaking rural, dude, and those deals are freaking junk. There's like few and far between. I mean, you're canceling a ton of crappy deals, trying to get them over the finish line. Most of them are sitting forever, and we'll novate those too and just go straight onto the MLS. But it's just it's such so much work trying to get any movement and traction on those things. So. All right, let's see here. All right, I'm gonna call a couple new leads. Where are we at with this one? So. Okay, she wanted to talk to her husband. All right, so I'm gonna follow up on this offer that we made. Let me make sure I have everything ready to go because I think we'll get this one. All right, let's see here. So. You had an offer range of 580 to 600. She wanted 600. All right, let me give her a shot right now. Try Andrea real quick before I do that.
Hello.
Andrea, it's Chris.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Yeah, I was calling because you'd spoken with my colleague Erica via text about your property there on Virginia Street.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, you're fine.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Yeah, I had a spot free up earlier, so tried to call you earlier, but probably in the middle of something. So
Yeah.
no worries. But yeah, it looks like she had mentioned that you were considering selling this property here and just looking to move, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am.
All right.
Gonna kick-
Awesome.
Yes. I mean, just, something I've been kind of wanting to do. I mean, I'm not actively looking, I guess, right now, but I mean, I have been in the past year, but I do plan on eventually moving, soon, like hopefully within the next few months. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Got it.
But yeah,
Okay.
whenever she texted me, I was just like, yeah, maybe, see what you guys have to say about it.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. And by the way, I do have to let you know that all calls are monitored and recorded for quality and training purposes. The point of this call really is just to see if your property even qualifies for getting an offer from us as is. We're generally looking for properties to put on our portfolio. It's going to be one of two reasons. Either we're going to do some upgrades and renovate it and then put it back on the market, or we may end up just closing on it and keeping it in our portfolio as some sort of a rental. Okay. So generally by the end of this phone call, assuming you don't, slam the phone down on me, people don't even do that anymore because we now have cell phones, but I've just aged myself, but I'll either be able to get an approval from our underwriters with an offer or a denial with a reason why. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So now some of the benefits of working with us is that we buy the home as is. We cover all the closing costs. There's no realtor commissions. So if we get an offer approved, the number we get you is a net directly to your pocket, of course, minus any existing debt. And, and I think in Indiana, you guys pay your property taxes in arrears. So any taxes and existing debt on the property would obviously come out of that number.
Right.
Would you mind grabbing a pen and a piece of paper? I'm going to have you jot down some contact info. And then if we do get this approved, there will be some other pieces of info you'll want to jot down as well.
Okay. Hold on just. Just trying to find a piece of paper.
Oh, no worries.
Okay. I have one.
All right, perfect. So my name again is Chris Deal, like let's make a deal.
Uh-huh.
And our company is Lazarus Property Group, like Lazarus from the Bible.
Okay.
And our office number here is 619-525-7132.
Okay.
And if you ever want to check us out on the web, it's www.lazprop.com.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I guess catch me up to speed. What is it that has gotten you considering, moving and selling?
Well, I mean, I've been looking for a while. Just honestly, I was considering moving to Florida because my kid's dad lives down there, and in order to get a little help with the kids and stuff, we're considering it. But I don't know. I don't think I want to buy a house down there just because it's so expensive. So just kind of got that on hold right now. But I've kind of been looking around here too for a while, just to kind of see what my options are. But yeah, just because I feel like we've outgrown the house, and just ready for something different.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Where in Florida were you thinking?
Well, maybe, I don't know if we would go to close to St. Pete area. I mean, maybe, yeah, Tampa. I know they're getting hit right now, but yeah, but close to that area.
Okay, got it. All right. And then if you guys stay locally, would you stay in the Evansville area, or is there other parts of Indy or Indianapolis you would be, or Indiana you'd be looking at?
It would be, like Newburgh. Newburgh would be probably an area that we would consider if we were to stay here.
Got it. Okay. All right. And let's see. How big is the property you're currently in? Like, what's the bed bath count and square footage?
3-bedroom, 2-bath, and I think it's about 1,400 square feet, something maybe a little over that.
Got it. Okay. All right. So, when you say outgrown it, what kind of size do you think you guys would be looking for?
Definitely a 4-bedroom, like a 4-bedroom, 2-bath.
4-bed, 2-bath. Okay. Got it. I take it doesn't make sense to add a bedroom to the current place.
I feel like I just want to relocate anyway. Like, I don't want to put too much more into this house, like.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How long have you lived in this house?
11 years.
Got it. Okay. All right. What was it that, originally kind of excited you about this particular property?
Well, for one, it's in my old neighborhood that I grew up in, so it was
Mm.
familiar, and I like the neighborhood. It's a good neighborhood. It's quiet, a good area. So yeah, location, the side of town. I'm used to being on the side of town, and it was perfect for what we needed. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, has a big backyard. So that was definitely a plus.
Got it. Okay. All right. Have you taken any steps at all to, to try selling the property at all?
Not yet. I did have a realtor that I actually helped me get this house, and she had come over and talked to me. It's been a while. It's been about a year, but she had come over and talked to me about when I was ready, that she would help me.
Mm.
But kind of gave me some ideas on things that I could do to get it ready, but
Mhm. Got it. Okay. All right. And is it just yourself that owns the property, or is there anybody else on title that would need to be involved?
no, just me.
Okay. All right.
Just me.
Okay. And I mean, in a perfect world, if everything could go, smoothly, what were you hoping to walk away with?
Well, really, I mean, I really don't know, honestly. But I would say, I'd like to walk away with 150,000 from it,
150. Okay. All right. How'd you come up with that number?
Uh, just based off there's been a few homes that have sold around here recently. Some have been right around that range, or maybe just close to that number, and actually even smaller houses. So I feel like that the value of the home is worth that much right now.
Got it. Okay. All right. So these are properties that have been listed and sold for in that 150 range.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. So if you were going to list it on market, you'd probably list it for right around that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Got it. So then, so if you list it for, right about 150, obviously once you factor in, all the fees and stuff associated with selling it on market, you're going to have your realtor commissions, your closing costs, generally what we're seeing on
Right.
about.
I would probably list it for more, just because I would like to walk away with that much, but I would probably list it for more. I mean, I don't know honestly how much I would end up listing for. I feel like that's where I'd need to talk to somebody about that part,
Yeah.
because of, like you said, all the fees and everything
Mhm.
to consider all that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, generally, you're going to pay whatever you have it, whatever it sells for on market. If you list a property, it's usually going to cost you about 10% total. And that's a combination of usually the 3% for the buyer's agent, 3% for the listing agent. Usually you'll have 1 to 2% in closing costs. And then there's almost always some sort of concessions, buyer request for repairs, home warranties. But 95% of the listings that we're seeing sold right now, sellers are having to offer $3,000 to $5,000 towards an interest rate buy down, because the interest rates are so high right now. So a lot of properties, they're offering that. But yeah, I mean, you could figure about 10%. So yeah. Okay. Do you have a mortgage balance on the property?
What I owe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's around, let's see. Oh shoot, I'd have to look. I think it's around 62.
Oh, okay.
62,000.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, so you'd walk with some equity. So that's good. Okay, perfect. And all right, great. And then awesome. Well, let's just talk about the property itself. Before we talk about the inside, I want to talk a bit about the outside of the house. Is the neighborhood primarily owner occupants, or is it mostly renters?
Owner occupant.
Okay. Okay. And the street that you're on, is that just a, residential street, or is it a, two
Yeah,
lane, 3 lane? Okay.
they're residential.
Okay. Do you know what the speed limit is out front? It's just like 25?
Uh, yeah, I would say, yeah,
Okay.
25, I guess.
Okay, got it. Are there any structural issues with the home?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Any siding or gutters missing off of the house?
No.
Okay. Got it. And is there anything out back of the house that we wouldn't be able to see, like a pool, a shed, any other buildings or structures?
Just the garage. I mean, but you can see that pretty much from the front.
Okay. It's a detached garage?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And is that a 1 car, 2 car, 12 car?
One car.
1 car. Okay. Got it. All right. Cool. So what I want you to do now is just kind of walk me into the house. I know it was built in the 1940s. So when you walk in the house, does it still look like 1940?
No. No, when I moved in, so the living room has like updated floors, like they're wood floors. It's I don't know, the color's like a kind of not really a dark wood, but anyway, but the floors are updated, it's been painted, and then the kitchen. So I had a fire back in like a few years ago, and it affected the back part of the house, like the back door, and then like just like the very edge of the kitchen, like right there. It was we really don't know for sure the cause, but we're thinking it was like somebody smoked a cigarette outside and it smoldered and then caught fire mainly outside and then kind of affected that area. So anyway, they had to redo, because of the smoke and all that, they had to redo and repaint the whole house and everything. So the floor in the kitchen was redone. So it's got like tile. And then, it was repainted and everything, of course, and then the wood floors in the back part of the house are the original, and then they refinished those. So, I mean, it's not like old, like 1940s, no, like it has been updated, painted and stuff.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, the cabinets are okay. The cabinets, they're not like new or anything, but, they're not like, I don't know, like I would say, the cabinets could probably be updated, but I just don't feel like that's something I would want to do.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. They seem like they're the original cabinets, but but pretty functional.
Yeah, they're functional, but they probably do need to be replaced.
Okay.
I mean, it's like an older, like they're like brown, wood,
Yeah.
but they're just older. They're not. I don't know if they're the original. I know they're not the original cabinets that came with the house, but
Okay. Got it. All right. What about the countertops? Are those original?
No, the countertops, like we updated those like whenever I moved in. We had somebody that we know had sold us some like quartz countertops, so we had them had them cut and put in. So yeah, those are newer.
You said like 11 years old when you bought it?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Quartz. All right. What about appliances?
Yeah, I mean, it has appliances. It's black appliances. But they're there.
Were they
The
there when you
refrigerator,
moved
I mean,
in, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. So they're at least 11 years old. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So. Okay. All right. And cool. And so I know you said the kitchen or the living room had updated wood floors. Is it wood floors pretty much throughout the house other than the kitchen and the bathrooms?
Yeah, pretty much throughout the whole house, yeah. The kitchen's tile, the bathrooms are like the vinyl.
Bathrooms are vinyl. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Alright. All right. What about the rest of the bathroom, like the vanity, the tub, shower, and toilet? Has that stuff been there since before you guys moved in?
Yeah, and the vanities they're pretty nice. I mean, they're decent. They're white. One has like a white vanity, the other one has like a porcelain, um kind of like a tall skinny vanity, or sink, I should say. And then one has like a stand-up shower. The other one has a tub and shower.
Like a tub and a separate shower, or the shower is in the tub?
Yeah, the shower's in the tub.
Got it. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm getting all that right.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. Is this on a slab, or is there a crawl space or a basement?
Basement.
There's a basement. Okay, got it. And is that, I'm guessing that's unfinished?
Unfinished, yeah.
Unfinished. Okay. Any moisture issues or any type of foundation issues down there?
Foundation's really fine. Every now and then the floor will kind of get wet in one part of the house, which we've put like a new, like, the gutter attachment where it can drain away from it. So I put that on, and then of course the gutter guards, we had those put on when we had the roof replaced a couple years ago. But
okay.
and then I kind of sealed around the house, so that helped. But it's still every now and then, like, I feel like it's better now that we've taken care of, and I've attached that the gutter piece or whatever.
Mhm.
But it, before it would definitely get a little moist down there when it rains, like just on the floor. Like it would start to, not a whole lot, but
Got it.
you noticed it,
Okay. All right. And it seems like that's just coming from just like improper drainage, from outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it has the sump pump too.
Got it. Okay. How old's the sump pump?
I would say maybe like 5 or 6 years old. Maybe 5 years.
Got it. Okay. All right. And
And I've replaced the water heater about 5 years ago too.
okay. Perfect. All right. Let's say you strolled into Lowe's one day and they're like, "Congratulations, you're our, billionth person walking in. You just won this sweepstakes. Here's $30,000. The only catch is you have to put it into this house and this house alone." What would you be doing?
Uh-huh. I would probably update the kitchen a little bit, like the cabinets for sure. I would probably repaint the house and maybe update the bathrooms a little bit. The bathrooms are really small, so I feel like the vanity that is in there, I could probably replace it with a bigger one. And then, maybe a newer shower in one of them.
Okay.
And then I would say probably fix, waterproof that part of the house or the basement, where it wouldn't have any water at all. Which I don't even know what that would consist of, but maybe take care of that issue and possibly finish the basement. I don't know. And then I would say my garage.
You
probably
only got
garage door.
They're only giving you 30 grand here. This is the.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
I don't know how much all that
Yeah, the
Yeah, adds up
waterproofing in the
too.
basement, people just general unless you've done it, like it's shocking how much these guys get paid to
How much it
waterproof
is.
a basement. Yeah, and it just
Yeah.
it just comes down to what the issue actually is. But I mean, I've seen basements where it was like $40,000 just to
Oh,
properly
wow.
take care of the moisture issues. Now that's obviously an extreme situation. But yeah, it's not a hey, here's $1,000 and I'm getting my whole basement waterproofed. So
Right.
but no, that's all good stuff to know. So updating the cabinets in the kitchen, repaint the house. And if you do the cabinets, you have to do the counters because we've been doing this since 2009, and I can't think of a single time where we've tried to replace cabinets and we're able to salvage the countertop. It almost always cracks
Right.
when you end up pulling it up. But repainting the
Yeah.
house, updating the bathrooms a bit, newer vanities, newer shower. You said they were really small. Would you also expand those bathrooms?
Mm, I mean, I don't know if it'd be possible, like I guess if it was possible, maybe.
Okay.
But
Just like with the footprint of the house, you mean?
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Okay. Got it. Okay. All right. No, that's all really good stuff to know. Because you know the house better than I do, right? And so,
yeah.
all the things that you're, hoping to get to. Um, all right, perfect. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that if you were in our shoes, you would want to know, good, bad, or indifferent?
Say that again.
Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you would want to know if you were buying the house,
Um,
good or bad?
no, I think I told you. I think I told you about the roof. The roof has been replaced, so
Oh yeah,
I
you
feel like
did.
that's a big win.
When was that?
Um, 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And was that did they do a full tear off and brand new roof, or did they just
Yeah.
put, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
What
Full
were you
throw.
dealing with some issues with the roof at the time, or it was just
It
getting
was just
old?
old.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. Is there anything that I haven't asked that you might need help with?
Mm, I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
Not that I can think of right now, at least.
Okay. All right, perfect. Well, everything that you've been giving me, I've been putting straight into our system, and that goes back to our underwriters. They just sit and stare at computer screens all day looking at spreadsheets. So they're back there running a report that's going to tell them literally everything that they need to know about the property. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put you on a brief hold real quick. I'm going to run back to their office and just kind of see what they've come up with, and I will be right back.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right.
All
Sounds
right.
good. Thank you.
Unfortunately, there's no like fancy hold music or anything, so you'll just be sitting in
That's
silence. But I'll just
okay.
call for you once I get back.
Okay. Sounds
All right.
good.
Did I lose you? What's up, reigning woman? Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was trying to figure out. I was like brainstorming on ways that you could get somebody to tell you literally everything that needs to be done, and in a way that's like unassuming and isn't like a gotcha question. And yeah, just it's super helpful, and it really does get them to think how much work it actually needs. um, so it works pretty well. So this is actually like she's pretty reasonable in her expectation. um, but let's see what's out here. So 2630 is when I put her on hold, so let's go sold. It's a 3-2, 1,300 square feet. Last 90 days. Oh, look at that, 227 sale. Right around the corner from her. That's in the last 90 days. Oh, it's 2024 build. Well, there goes that one. Let's see here. Here we go. 1,400 square feet. Not really updated. 185. Let's see how long it was listed. Sold in under 2 months. Was listed for 199, went for 185. So if we go, I want to see what a novation number would be. So 185 times 0.9 minus 30. So if we can get it around 135, then we can make 30K as a novation. But I think ours is probably in a little bit nicer condition than this one here. So let's just go back. Now hers is on the opposite side of this little train track that runs right through the middle of this neighborhood. Let's go 6-month timeline. Okay, so this is a 118 sale. And they're renting it. Okay, I'm gonna need to have some things to ask. Windows, electrical panel, plumbing, perfect. 125 for this 968 square foot house. That's like, it's updated. $125. Oh, this one's a fixer at 125. Did it sell on market? Oh yeah, it took a month to sell and it sold at 125 on market. Well, that's good. There's a 1,300 square feet. Partially updated. Let's look at the sale information. Somebody bought it for 80. Took 7 months to flip it and sold it for 200. That's not a bad deal. They basically sold it at what they wanted. All right, let's come back off of the hold here real quick. All right, Andrea.
Yes.
All right. Am I pronouncing that right? Is it Andrea or Andrea?
Either one. Andrea's fine.
Okay. All right. All right. Perfect. Okay. So I don't have good news or bad news for you. There was a couple questions that I missed. My apologies. So they wanted to know how old the windows on the house were.
So, the windows have been there since I've been there. Honestly, I really don't know for sure.
Okay.
I know they're like the white, I don't know what you call it, white
Are they
panel,
vinyl?
or I don't know.
Are they vinyl or are they wood?
Vinyl.
Okay.
Not wood. Yeah, they're vinyl.
Okay. And are they double pane?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Okay. And this is going to be a weird question, but in the summertime, whatever side of the house gets like the most direct sun, do you ever notice those windows being like foggy at all?
When it's sunny,
Yeah,
no.
okay,
Like in the winter, I have noticed, that they do sometimes.
got it. But
Yeah, but
is
like,
that mainly like actually on the inside of the house? Like if you ran your finger on it, it would wipe away that like fog?
uh, maybe, yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, usually the reason I ask, so I used to work for a window company and basically double pane windows, they're like sealed with a gas inside. And so when the seal breaks, what happens is when the sun is beating down on those windows, it'll actually fog up in between the panes and you can't wipe either side to wipe it away. Um,
Oh,
and so then, those obviously have to be replaced. But I think what you're referencing, like when it's, colder and you have the heat on in your house, like the inside kind of gets like a little bit of, maybe moisture buildup and you can wipe that away. So
yeah.
that's probably not a seal break or malfunction. So,
Uh-huh.
um, okay, perfect. And then the electrical panel box, because I know it was built in 1940. Do you know, is it breakers or fuses?
Breakers.
Okay. Okay. And have you had any issues with the plumbing at all?
Um, no, not the plumbing. The only thing is downstairs, for some reason, the washer, it drains into the sump pump and then the sump pump pumps it back out. And I've had somebody come out and look at it to see if they can route the washer like directly into the pipe or whatever. But the way that the pipe is, um, they said for some reason they couldn't do it. I don't know why, but maybe they just didn't want to. But they said that it would be easier if they just like hard piped it into the sump pump and then just have it like drain out each time, like it's pumped out each time
Got
I
it.
wash
Okay.
clothes or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing really.
All right. All right. Now, what else would you still need to figure out before you could actually pull the trigger to sell?
I mean, other than finding a place that I need to go, I don't really know. Like you're talking about for the house, like just to prepare it to sell, or
Well, no, not necessarily, but I mean, like, if the underwriters were to come back with an offer that made sense, I mean, would you be ready to move forward with something at this point?
yeah, I think I could. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And generally, I guess like when would you be looking to close? Or, our standard close timeline is usually sometime within 60 days. Um,
hmm
is that something that would be doable for you?
I would say maybe 60 to 90 days,
Okay,
but if that was possible,
got it. Just to kind of
90 would
get
be
through the
better,
holidays.
but 60, yeah, yeah,
Okay. Yeah, no, I totally get it. Moving is not fun any time of the year, let alone when you're in the middle of the holidays. So totally understand.
right, right.
Um, okay, I'll certainly let them know that. And then if I can get an offer approved for the property, do you mind if I just tell you how our process works?
Sure.
Okay. So once we get an approval from the underwriters and an offer is accepted, we're going to sign a pretty basic agreement. It's written in third grade English, not to insult anybody's intelligence, but it's just super easy to understand and straightforward. After that, within 48 to 72 hours, you would get a welcome call from our transaction coordinator, and she'll line up for us to get photos of the house. The title company, they'll make sure there's a clear title for closing. They'll request any payoffs for mortgages or any liens or things like that. We'll schedule to do a couple walkthroughs, and then we head to the closing table so you can get paid. And it really is that simple. All right.
Okay.
All right. And then I guess the last thing they wanted to know was, I mean, if we could come to a number that's agreeable, would you be ready to move forward with a purchase agreement today?
I don't know about today, just because I have to go to work and it's kind of like maybe within the next week, I would say.
Okay. All right, got it. Perfect. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you on another hold real quick. I'm going to run back there. They should have everything they need at this point, and then I will be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, sounds good. All right, thanks.
All right.
You know what you want? That one. Ready? Sure. It was right here. I know we have salt and vinegar at home. There's some chips, salt and vinegar downstairs at home. The original. This. What kind? Like a sunflower one? I guess. One of the things. All right. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
All right, this one is a tough one here, but I think we've got our numbers. All right, Andrea.
Yes.
All right, so appreciate your patience. Congratulations. The property was approved to be purchased. This is actually the first
Uh-huh.
one that they've approved for me in Evansville all month. So let me just explain what it is that they've approved, okay? Um,
Mm-hmm.
Now, the offer was approved to buy the property as is. They approved the closing timeline to be within the 90 days that you were looking for, and no commissions would be taken out. All the closing costs would be covered by us, okay? Now,
Uh-huh.
contrary to popular belief, we don't have an unlimited amount of funds. So anytime they approve a property to be purchased, they allocate and set aside those funds into a virtual withdrawal account. And so do you have that pen and piece of paper handy?
Yeah, give me just 1 second.
No worries.
Okay,
All right. So
now I do.
the account number is VW, like Volkswagen,
Huh?
3809.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I just want to say I'm just the messenger. It's going to seem like
Uh-huh.
they're trying to steal the property here, but I just want to give you the opportunity that they presented. The offer was approved to purchase the property at $95,750.
Okay, no, that's okay.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, the thing with this is basically just with the things that are going to need to be done to bring this up to like 2024 condition standards, like all the cosmetic stuff, it's going to require a
Yeah.
bit of work, you know? And so for a cash offer, just to kind of help you kind of, yeah, because this is kind of what everybody's going to be looking at when they're making a cash offer, is they're going to look at what could a property that is tip top shape sell for today, and then they're going to
Yeah.
start minusing out all of the costs associated with selling it, right? So they're going to take 10%
Right.
off for, the realtor commissions, closing costs, all that stuff. Then they're going to back
Yeah.
out the cost of the repairs. Then they're going to back out the financing costs, because we have investors that provide the funds, right? So there's holding costs, right? Interest.
Right.
And then they're going to look to make a little bit of a profit. And so like nobody's getting rich off of this type of property by any
Yeah.
means. Um,
Yeah.
but that's just kind of what factors into that type of an offer. So,
Right.
but I understand, that's just what they've authorized me to spend. The nice thing about
Uh-huh.
this is I'm on your side. I don't get paid unless you get paid. The hardest part of my job is getting them to even approve a property to be purchased in the first place. And now it's just a matter of
Yeah.
seeing if there's anything that can be done to make it make sense for everybody.
Right.
So, I mean, how close to our number, the number they came up with, do you think you would be able to go?
I don't know. Like I said, I was sticking to more of like the 150. So I mean it's kind of far, honestly, from
Yeah,
what I had in mind. So yeah.
yeah, I gotcha. I totally understand. Okay.
But if
Yeah,
I change my mind, I mean, I can let you guys know if I
yeah,
consider it.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll still be here. We'll still be buying properties. Um, you know,
Okay.
one, we do have another program that is a little bit different, and I'm not 100% sure if your property would qualify for it, which is why I didn't really bring it up, because it's very strict. Probably 1 out of
Uh-huh.
50 of the properties we look at, even meet the standards for it. Um,
Yeah.
but when you bought it, what kind of a loan did you get on it? Was it a
It was a
conventional?
FHA loan.
It was FHA. Okay, so qualified for FHA.
Yeah.
So that's huge. So if a property can qualify for FHA, that's a huge upside to this other program that we have. It's called our concierge
Mhm.
service, where it basically gives you all of the benefits of like a cash offer, but it allows us a little bit more flexibility, because essentially, especially in a
Mhm.
situation where you need a little bit more time to sell, we can basically market this out to some of our other partners. We have a lot of other investors in nationwide. We have retail buyers that we've worked with previously. And so it gives us the ability to market directly to them and essentially pre-market the property while we're under contract and kind of lower our costs and our overhead, which we just pass that along to the sellers. Now, I don't think I'd be able to, even if it did qualify for that program, I don't think it would come all the way up to 150.
Yeah.
So, we might be too far apart, but I mean,
Yeah.
is there any flexibility in that number?
I mean, I don't know. Honestly, probably I probably not. Like I would rather just go through the avenue that I was planning on taking, which was my realtor, if it came to that, because we've already kind of talked about, and she kind of told me like what it was worth and everything. So like I feel like I'm not gonna go lower for sure. I mean, that'd be silly. I'm a single mom with 3 kids, so I'm definitely not gonna take anything lower than what I could get,
Yeah. I mean, what did she say you could probably sell it for?
I mean, that was like, I met with her over a year ago, and she was saying approximately that price, so, or more, but.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the market has definitely slowed considerably in the last year.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a property over on Michigan Street right now that has been listed for 84 days and is in, probably similar condition to yours. And that's listed for 159. So,
yeah,
when they sell, after paying commissions and closing costs, if they sold at that number, they're going to net about 140. But like I said, it's been listed that way. It's been listed at that price for 84 days. So we know they're not going to sell at that number. It's probably going to come in lower. There's another property over on Lincoln Park Drive that's actually a little bit larger than yours. It's about 1,600 square feet. And that's kind of in similar condition to kind of what you described for your house.
Yeah.
And that one is currently listed for 135, and that's been listed for 8 days. So everything is kind of slowing down a bit, with the election, with interest rates and everything.
Right.
So that's kind of the challenge.
Well,
right
if
now.
I consider it, I'll let you know. But I hate to cut it short, but I gotta get ready to go to work.
I got
So,
you. Okay.
But
Yeah,
thank you for
no worries.
letting me know, and for walking me through all that. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no worries. And I'll stay in touch. And, if anything changes on my end, I'll certainly reach out to you. Things change all the time and new comps hit the market. So if something changes and adjusts the numbers, I'll definitely keep you posted.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. Thank
All
you
right,
so much,
thank you.
Andrea. Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
All
right. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. So we anchored her low, which is the key. Tried to plant the seed for a novation pitch, which would be a better offer, but we're probably not coming close to where she needs to be. I mean, we could probably come up to like 125. And so for a novation, we would need to be able to list it and sell it for about between 170 and 175 to come up to that number. So we're going to stay in touch with her. Let's see here. So offer made. We'll do a call back. I'll do a call back next week. Keep an eye on some of these active comps. And then I've got a follow-up here to call. Offered 195,000. And here's the thing, guys, right? So if you're watching this, like I knew that 95 was not gonna fly, right? But the reality is the first offer you make, they should say no to, right? And then it's just a matter of trying to start bridging that gap. And then you're doing what's called selling the gap, selling the difference, right? We're only $45,000 apart. We're only $55,000 apart, right? And that, yeah, that sounds like a big number still, but it's a lot different than selling a $150,000 number, right? But you anchor low, you start planting some seeds for some other alternatives. She doesn't want to move off of 150. She would list it. And then knowing what I know about the active comps, right? The one that's listed for 160 for 85 days, and then the other one that's larger than hers that's listed for 135. Why aren't these selling? So what is it about your house that's going to make somebody willing to pay more for that than these two here, that they could get a better deal, and the seller is going to net less than what you're expecting to net, right? So you got to plant that seed. And sometimes like that seed's not always going to bear fruit on that call, right? So if you expect to say that and they're like, oh, that makes total sense, I'll just submit and drop down, $50,000 on that call, like not even close. Very rarely is that going to happen. Can it happen? Sure, if there's significant motivation. She doesn't have significant motivation for that to flourish right there on that call. But if I continue following up with her and I continue providing value along the way and maybe inching my way up, coming up with some other strategies, other ideas, then we can maybe start bridging that gap a little bit. 160, 85 days on market, and then 135 larger. All right, let's see here. So we've got Rhonda Richardson. All right, this one is in all right, this one she wanted to be at perfect. I got any other text messages? Nope. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's give this chick a call.
Hello.
Rhonda,
Hi.
how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Did you close on your house?
No, not yet, not yet. No, I had to go the other day to meet the paint. Sherwin-Williams was dropping off paint to the house, and then we're going to be closing. So painters are starting. Actually, tomorrow morning, they're going to start painting before we close. And then we're scheduled to close, I think, on the 22nd or the 24th.
Okay.
Yeah, so super exciting.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, thanks. It's tough. I constantly feel like, I've been missing the boat towards owning my own home. It's like every time it's like, oh yeah, we should do this, and then we don't, and then all of a sudden, COVID hits and the market goes through the roof, and I'm like, oh, we missed it.
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't understand why everything went up when COVID hit.
Yeah,
But that's very puzzling. It's hard enough to afford to live in California.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, the affordability index is way out of whack right now, that's for sure. So,
Yeah. Well, on that note, after my husband and I were speaking, our numbers are about 45,000 apart.
45,
Yep.
they went the other way.
Well, we need about 6.25. So, I mean, we can wait. We've been waiting for 20 years, so
I
we're
hear
not in a
you.
big hurry.
Say that again?
I said we're not in a big hurry. We just want to make sure that we're going to get them. We have to maximize what we can get out of this place.
Yeah,
So,
I
and Valley
understand.
Center is growing like you can't even imagine. They just put in 640 homes across the street. They took out a beautiful dairy.
Oh man,
Yeah.
gotcha. Oh, 40 grand apart. Hmm.
That's something to chew on.
Yeah, 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 that's like picking up some jerky that's been sitting out for a little while. I'll be chewing for a bit on that one. Um, um, oh man. I mean, you know, I could probably get them to come up a little bit, but that coming up 40 grand is gonna be tough.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Um, I mean, yeah, because let me see here.
I
They
think we
came in
were,
at
I think we lost
576.
7.
Yeah. So 40 grand. I mean, that would put us at 616. Um, hmm. I mean, how flexible do you think that is?
Not very. The houses around us are going for much more, and they're as old as ours, and they don't have a well. Our well is our ace in the hole here.
Hmm. Got it.
So, I mean,
Okay.
we can hold out for as long as anybody can.
Yeah. Okay. Um,
Plus, one of the places that we really liked, somebody put an offer on it, and they
oh,
accepted.
oh no.
So that kind of puts a damper on things.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Um,
My husband says he's just going to go rob a bank.
be careful. This is a recorded line.
Well, my name's Sanchez.
Yeah.
What's that?
He says, my name is Sanchez.
Oh man. What's your husband's name?
Juan.
Juan. Nice to meet you, Juan. Oh man. All right. Well, man,
I'm sorry for the bad news, but I appreciate the phone call.
no, it's okay. I understand. I mean, I'll go to bat for you guys, because here's the thing, right? Like the nice thing about it, and I totally understand, right? Like that's just what they authorized me to spend on this. The nice thing about it is that, I'm on your side. I don't get paid unless you guys get paid. The
Right.
hardest part of my job is just getting them to even approve an offer, approve a property to make an offer on in the first place. And so,
Sure.
now it's really just a matter of making the numbers make sense. I can put you on hold real quick and go back to them and see if there's anything that they can do. But I mean, before I do that, I mean, you guys are basically at 615. We're at 576. I mean, if they came in at 612, I mean, like, is it worth even getting back on the call with you?
Honestly, I'm going to have to wait just because of that property being swiped up.
Mhm.
But I mean, we're looking at 450 miles of travel, and I can't just go up there on a whim. I don't want to go up for just one property. There was two potential. So I'm going to probably say that this is going to be null and void until we get some more promising properties to yeah.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. And
But I do still have your information.
okay. Yeah.
I do
I
save it.
mean, if they could come up to that number, would you guys be good to move forward with getting into contract? And then, as like if it's just a matter of figuring out, giving you guys time to find the right place, like if I could get them to work that out, but they could come up to that number, is that something you guys would be ready to move forward with?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Um, just so I know and I can bring it to them, I mean, how much time do you think you guys would need to really find a place and
Probably, realistically, we would want to do this before the rains come. So, I mean, I can't predict the weather. I'm going to say 2 months.
2 months? Okay. So 2 months to find a property, and then you'd probably have what, like 30 to 60 days before you would end up closing on that one?
Probably.
Okay. So
We could even go 30 days. I mean, to find something, because 2 months is going to put us right in December.
yeah. Got it. Okay. Okay. So if I could get them up to 615 and I could get them to kind of give us a flex, a little bit more of a protracted, flexible close timeline so that you guys could find the right property and, you know, um, get that all squared away, then you think we could wrap this up today?
Wow. That's kind of pushing it.
Yeah, that's pushing it.
If we can get an agreement, let's work on that one first.
Okay.
If they're agreeable, I'll tell you what, if they're agreeable, we'll hang up this call. If they're agreeable, you call me back because I'm in the middle of I got company coming in about a half an hour. You call me
what?
back if they're
Your what
agreeable.
company?
No, I said I have company coming in about a half an hour.
Okay. It's like, wait, what company? Okay. Yeah, so I can do that. Just, like I said, obviously 40K is a pretty big swing for them to do, and what I want to go back to them with as much ammunition and leverage as I possibly can. And I know anytime, even if I'm going back and I'm asking for $5,000, the first question out of their mouth is, well, if we give them what they want, are they ready to move forward today? So, like, just knowing what I know about them, I'm going to have a much easier time pulling on that lever and beating them up on it if I come back to them and I'm like, look, if we can do this, they're ready to go. So if you guys need a day to figure that out, that's totally fine. I would probably be in a better position with the underwriters once you guys are like, you know what, we're locked and loaded. If you can do this, like we're good to go. And then I could twist their arms and do everything in my power to beat them up on this.
Okay, if that's not a problem, to give us a day?
No, not at all. I'll give you guys a day.
Okay, that'd be good.
Okay. All right. So let's do that. I have around the same time. Good.
Tomorrow? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Yeah, I'll be and I should be fresh. I'll have a chiropractor's appointment midday, so my back won't be all jacked up.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. All right, perfect. Well, I appreciate you guys. I'll follow up with you tomorrow. And then, if you guys are good to go, I will go to war for you guys to try to make this happen. Okay.
Okay. I
Awesome.
appreciate it.
All right. I appreciate you, Rhonda. You have a great rest of your night.
Thank you. You too.
All right. See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right. We're pretty dang close on that. And that I think is that number still makes sense based on what we're looking at. And, so here's the thing, right? Like, you don't always have to go into a full novation pitch. You can just slide in some things that are benefited via innovation, right? And so like, oh, how much time would you need? Oh, you need 60 days to find something. Cool. And then once you find something, you probably need 60 days to close, right? Yeah. Okay, got it. So if we could do a 4-month close timeline, that would help you out, right? And so now what we're doing is we're, kind of teeing this up for innovation, getting us more time, pushing us through the holiday season, right? Which obviously we want to close sooner than later if we're going to do it, because money now is better than money later. But what we know is that everything slows down during the holiday season. So if we can get a contract that's a little bit longer, protracted, and we can come up to the number, I mean, this still falls within the lines for our novation offer, which I think our max number was coming in around 618. So, if we came in at 615 plus 30K divided by 0.9, so basically has to list for 715 or more. And I think we put it at a 720 list price. And if we roll through the holidays into the new year, then there's a higher likelihood of getting that higher number. So I think this could work out. So I'm going to put this in as a follow-up for tomorrow afternoon, and this will be right smack dab in the middle of my live tomorrow, and then see if we can get this bad boy locked up here. So, all right, let's see. Man, it's freaking hot in here. All right, let's see where we're at. All right, negotiating offer. We're going to put this into tomorrow, 2:30. We want to be at 6:15. Could use some extra time. 6 days to find a place. And 30 to 60 days to close on the place. Need a day to confirm. Okay, let's see here. So now when I call back tomorrow, so here's the thing, right? Coming up $40,000 on a $576,000 offer, that's like 7%, right? So if a standard net margin on a flip is 15%, then now you're basically saying that you were at like a 22%, 21, 22% net margin, and you're increasing your offer by that much. So there's a couple things you would want to do so it doesn't seem like an egregious increase in an offer, because very much so it can seem like an egregious increase, right? 40 grand, that's a tough pill to swallow, right? So when I get back on the phone with them and I'm going to go to bat for them, essentially, I want to come up with justifiable reasons for why, like where's that money coming from? Like if we're just pulling it out of thin air, then you lose credibility, and there's only so much you can do that with. So what I would want to do is come up with some reasons to justify why that makes sense. So the first thing is like, hey, so based on your guys' timeline and needing basically 4 months, that pushes us through the new year into the beginning of the spring season, which is going to be helpful for us, because we're getting through the holiday season, right? So things are going to move a little bit faster. Now, if we do this, are you guys okay with us pre-marketing the property, right? Well, what do you mean? Well, when we buy houses, we're generally going to renovate them, put them back on the market, right? And so if we take 4 months to even close, and then we have to do the renovations, and that takes 4 or 5 months. Now we're 9 months out before we can start marketing the property and finding a buyer, and that could take a lot of time. But if you allow us to pre-market the property, kind of like a coming soon, where we can market the property out there and potentially identify an end buyer while we're in contract, right? While we're in escrow, then that could potentially save us money on holding costs and also save us money on renovation costs, right? Because, and then I'll give a third party story of a property where it's like, hey, we did a property where we put all new flooring in, brand new carpet. It was like a 3,000 square foot home. It was like $13,000 worth of carpet. What do you think the buyer did the day after closing? Would you guess? They ripped out all the carpet and put brand new flooring all throughout. It was like $13,000, right? Well, if we would have pre-marketed that property, we could have found that buyer and we could have worked with them to figure out exactly what kind of flooring they wanted, right? And so, they offered a lower price because they were already planning to replace the flooring. They could have come in at a slightly higher number. We could have come down a little bit, met in the middle, but that way we weren't both spending $12,000-$13,000 on flooring, right? So if we can pre-market the property to identify a buyer while we're in escrow, that saves us money. And what we can do is we can pass along that savings directly to you as the seller, and that's what's going to help us come up in our offer. The other thing is our agent out there, we've done enough business out there. She's a really good friend of mine. She actually owes me a favor. So I talked to her and she's actually going to take a reduced commission on the listing when we finally sell it. So that's going to help us out, right? So so now what it does is it justifies the increase, right? You justify the increase in the price, and you also demonstrate that you're working on their behalf. You're pulling all these different levers to try to get them what they want and bridge that gap. And I'm telling you, that stuff goes a long way. People, when they see that type of effort, they're like, man, this guy's working his butt off to try to pull this thing together and get this deal done. So definitely put that in your tool belt, leverage that in your conversations. I promise you it will be helpful when you're having those conversations. Otherwise, if you don't, you're just like, cool, we're going to come up $40,000. You're like, well, why didn't you just give me the $40,000 higher offer from the get-go? Like, that seems odd. Seems like you were just trying to make an extra $40,000 on me. You don't want it to seem like you're giving up $40,000 of additional profit. You need to find places where that comes from that doesn't necessarily equate to profit, right? Well, if we could do this and save on our holding costs, then we can pass that along to you. Were there any renovations that you guys had already bought materials for, but you just never got around to doing? Oh, there is. You have flooring, you have this, you have that. Cool. Would you be willing to leave that at the house and include that with the sale for us? Perfect. Because if you could do that, then that reduces our rehab costs. Hey, we were thinking originally when we underwrote this, we were thinking, let's go balls to the wall, tip top renovation. This is going to be the nicest house in the area, but after talking to the project manager, we could probably scale that back about 5 to 10% as far as like the fit and finishes, and still pull a reasonably high price point to where it still makes sense. So we could shave a little bit here, we could shave a little bit here, we can shave a little bit there. Agent's a friend of mine. She owes me a favor. She's going to do a 2% commission instead of a 3% commission, all these things. And now it's like, okay, we're coming up in our offer by like 10,000 or 15,000, and the rest is coming from all these other places. So hopefully that helps you guys out and that makes sense. Let's see, justify, increase, yeah. Tighter remodel, any extra materials, Oh, there's also another good one I used to do when I was in window sales. When I was in window sales, we would do a bulk order discount, right? So we would the pitch would basically be, you know, so let me see real quick. I'm gonna make a phone call. I'm gonna check. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work, but most of the windows in your house are standard size, which are very similar to a big development. We're actually doing a big development. There's like 300 units right down the road. Now, when we put an order for 300 units, 300 houses worth of windows, right? They each have 10, right? So you're talking about what's that? 3,000 windows. Um, when we do 3,000 windows from our manufacturer, we're getting a bulk discount. Now, we can't always do it, but I think the timing is probably going to line up where we could possibly plug your order and piggyback it right onto that order. So now instead of ordering 3,000 windows, we're ordering 3,010 windows, right? It's basically like 2 extra units. And then we can get that same volume discount on those windows for your house and save us some money, or siding or whatever it is, right? You can, but it's just coming up with a justifiable reason for why you're increasing the offer. And I'm telling you guys, this is super, super powerful stuff when you're negotiating, because you're selling the sizzle, not the steak, right? It's all about selling the sizzle. The more you can create that picture, the better it's going to go. All right, so let's see here. So I got them scheduled for tomorrow. So if you guys are watching the live tomorrow, we'll get that all wrapped up here. I'm going to lock up that deal tomorrow for sure. Unless they're like, no, we're not ready yet. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're going to come back and they're going to be ready to go. All right, let's now later on tonight at 6 p.m. I have a closing call with a seller that I've been working with for the last week. You guys probably heard that call. This is for the property out in Indiana. The guy with the solar, he's got the solar. We were talking about Tesla trucks and everything. So pretty positive we're going to wrap that thing up. Not really. What's this? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do a couple of new calls here. All right, if you guys are just joining, let me know where you guys are at in the chat. What markets you guys are in? Are you wholesaling? You doing novations, fix and flips? Okay, so this one actually is right by the Memphis airport. Let's see when he bought it. He bought this in 2015. Perfect. All right. Yuri Rosenheck.
Please leave your message for
Chris Moose.
Sir. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Hello?
Hello, Chris.
Yes.
Hey, this is Chris also. How you doing?
Good.
Good, good. Yeah, I was reaching out to you regarding your property on Morning View Drive. You spoke to one of my referral companies. Looks like they paired your property with us because they thought we'd be a good fit. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Yeah, it is a bad time. I apologize.
Oh, no worries. I understand. When would be a better time to connect with you?
Maybe give me a call tomorrow, or after lunch.
Okay. All right, perfect. Sounds good. I'll give you a call tomorrow after lunch then.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too.
All right. Perfect. So update the name to Chris. Callback scheduled for tomorrow. We'll go 10 a.m. my time. And then schedule that on the calendar. Guys, don't be afraid to chat in the chat here. Nobody's gonna bite. So if you guys are watching and you got questions or you just want to say what's up, hit me up in the chat here and we'll chat. Let's see here. Let's make this 10:30. All right, perfect. Really enjoyed the conversation with the sellers. Awesome, man. What did you like the most about it, or what was your biggest takeaway so far in some of my conversations with the sellers? Oceanside, California. Wait, her last name is Peg? 1.4 million. Oh, I think this is going to be like an Airbnb or something. Perfect. This is not a cold call. What? Scott, let's get rich. What? No interest in selling North Rios. Wait, what? No way. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is not the same one. Oh yeah, this is the house. Let's see. Did he list this? Oh, dang. All right, so check this out. So I just came across this this house So I was looking at a lead and they mentioned North Rios, which the very first property that I ever got under contract in my career in real estate investing back in 2020 was on North Rios in Solana Beach. And I had that thing under contract for, I forget what, but it was, I mean, it was well over $1 million. It's probably like 1.5 million or something like that. Anyway, I marketed it out. You know, I had a bunch of people interested. I thought I was going to get it across the finish line, and just we didn't end up getting it done. But that was in 2020. Man, this thing's sold 3 times since then. 1495. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it looks like it's sold for 1495 back in 2020 or 1425. And then it listed in 2021 for 2.6. They sold for 2.425. Then it got listed 4 months later for 2.449, which is crazy. And they just reduced all the way down to 1.947. That is wild. And it doesn't look like they did any updates to this place. This place is a wild little like surf shack type of deal. Did they update it? No, I think the kitchen looked just like that when I had it under contract. Wow, but it looks good, all cleaned out and everything. Oh, that building is still back there, basically falling apart. Wow. All right, sorry guys. Going down memory lane here. All right, so let's talk to Janelle.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Is not available.
It's active. Hello? 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 It's kind of choppy. It's really choppy, actually. All right, let's see. No answer. Wada, Oklahoma. There we go, PPC lead. What? That's crazy. Oh, wow. Usually I ask questions about the property's conditions, attack, non-funding sellers. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's the challenge, man. You know, it's like if it's a rental, you know, sometimes they don't take it as personally, but if it's their primary residence and you ask them, like I've heard people ask questions, man, that like I'm offended for the sellers because of how it comes across. And it's just like you're basically telling them their house looks like trash without saying it directly. Um, so yeah, I've seen some wild situations like that.
You have dialed the wrong number.
How do you know I dialed the wrong number? Let's try that again.
You have dialed the wrong number.
All right. Okay, let's see here. All right, let's a couple more dialers. By the way, just to get on my soapbox, if you are going to vote for Kamala Harris, please just don't show up to the voting polls. This lady's absolutely insufferable. She went on The View and was asked what she would change out of decisions that were made over the last 4 years. And she's like, basically, absolutely nothing. She would do the exact same thing. Like, are you kidding me? Inflation is through the roof. Everything is unaffordable. And the economy is in the freaking toilet, and you would change nothing? Absolutely nothing. Like, you don't even have to say you did a terrible job or you're doing a terrible job or you're president that you're vice president for did a terrible job while also saying that there's things that could have been done differently. It's just wild. It's a total disconnect. Anyway, I digress. I'm just going to dial for another 7 minutes. And if I get somebody, then we're going for it. If I don't, then we're going to chalk it up for the day. Mike. All right, so I got 6 minutes till 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to just dial for dollars here. Another Fort Wayne. Oh, can't manage the stairs. All right.
Hello.
Hey, Jerry, this is Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was calling about your property there on Delwood Drive. You had spoken with one of my referral companies, and they had paired your property with us because they thought we'd be a good fit for you. Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, you're all right.
All right, perfect, perfect. Yeah, they mentioned here in the notes that I guess you're just having trouble managing the stairs, just getting up there in age and looking to move into, I believe, a retirement home. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I totally understand how, that situation. My mom's going through similar situations, so I get it. Well, and by the way, I do have to let you know that all calls are monitored and recorded for quality and training purposes. The point of this call today is really just to see if the property qualifies for getting an offer as is. We're generally looking for properties to put in our portfolio for one of two reasons. Either we're going to renovate it and bring it up to top of the market value and put it back on the market, or we're going to keep it and hold it as some sort of a rental property. Okay. So by the end of this call, I'll either get an approval from the underwriters and they'll give me an offer to provide to you, or they'll deny it with a reason why. All right.
All right.
Cool. So, with us is that we would buy the home as is. We'd cover all your closing costs, and there's no commissions that would come out of the number at all. Okay.
Okay.
Do you mind grabbing a pen and a piece of paper real quick? I'm going to have you jot down my contact info, and if we do get this approved today, there will be some other info that you'll want to jot down as well.
Well, what kind of offer you guys gonna give me?
That's a great question. I have no idea. I'm the last stop before it gets to the underwriters. So you and I would just have a conversation. I'd gather some more intel about the property, send that over to the underwriters, and they'll either approve it and give me a number, or they'll tell me it's a no and we're going to pass, and they'll tell me why.
Okie dokie.
All right. So yeah, just let me know when you have that pen and paper, and I'll give you some info here real quick, and then
Yeah, hang on a minute. You gotta get a pen.
no worries.
Could have got the one out of the calendar. All right, I got it.
All right, perfect. So my name is Chris Deal. Like, let's make a deal.
Chris Deal.
Yep.
Okay.
And the company I'm with is Lazarus Property Group, like Lazarus from the Bible.
Yeah, Lazarus.
And my telephone number here is 619.
Okay, 619
525
525
7132.
32.
Yep.
Okay, I got it.
And then if you ever want to check us out on the web, our website is www. dot
W dot
lazprop. It's LAZ.
LAZ
P is in Peter.
P
ROP
O P
.com.
.com. Okay.
All right. So, yeah, so I guess catch me up to speed. How long has it been that you've been thinking about moving on?
We just been thinking about it recently. If the price is right, you know, it's got to be a right price before I'll get rid of it.
Got it. Yeah. Well, I kind of figured you weren't going to get rid of it for the wrong price.
Yeah, because I've put a lot of work into it, and then all the like the riding mower, the snow blower, and all that stuff, power washer, all that goes with it because you got to have it here because it's got a big long driveway.
Got it. You said riding mower, power washer, and what else?
Tiller and
Snowblower. Okay, got it. All right, awesome.
All the stuff's new too.
All the stuff's new.
And I put I've had a new water heater put in, a new air conditioning unit outside, and then the floors, and I'd redone the whole basement.
Nice. Okay, perfect. Well, so where you said you're going to be moving into like a retirement facility?
Yeah, we're thinking about it, something like that. We don't know.
Okay,
for sure yet.
got it. Do you have a particular facility in mind?
Yeah, there's a couple around in New Haven we've been thinking about. You know, we're not. It just depends on what happens with selling the house.
I gotcha. Okay. And you said I'm guessing it's you and the missus?
Yeah, it's me and her.
Okay.
Yep.
What's the missus' name?
Her name is Jenny Bixler.
Jenny. Did you say Bixler? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. When's the last time that you guys talked about selling?
We just started thinking about it because I got arthritis real bad. It's hard for me to get up and downstairs. So we just decided we've been thinking about selling it for a while.
Got it. Okay. Makes sense. All right.
And it's got a garage underneath the house, and it's got a 2-car garage out back.
Oh, so it's got a garage under the house and a detached 2-car garage?
No, the 2-car garage sets out in the field it sets out. It's not connected to the house.
Got it. Okay. All right. Got it. Awesome. And Jenny's pretty much on the same page with you as far as selling?
Yeah, because her name, she's got between me and her, she was on the loan when we got it.
Oh, okay. All right. Got it. So it's both of you guys on title and then just she's on the loan?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Is she around by any chance?
Yes, she is.
Oh, okay. All right. Am I on speakerphone or can she hear me?
Yeah, you are.
How you doing, Jenny?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's a beautiful day and I'm above the ground, so that's all that matters, right? So awesome. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you guys, and we'll see if we can come up with something that makes sense for us. And in a perfect world, what were you guys hoping to walk away with on this?
Oh, well, I'm telling you, it had to be close to 180.
Close to 180. Okay.
Yeah, because I wanted to, but I'd go down to 180.
Got it. Okay.
Because this is a nice place.
Okay. All right. And how did you come up with that number?
Well, they've been selling around here for quite a bit of money, and I figured, well, if they can get that much, I should be able to get that much out of my place.
Okay. Got it. All right. Perfect.
And
Well,
I know it's well worth 165, 170.
okay. So it's worth
And
a hundred.
I just had a brand new roof put on it too. It was almost $10,000.
Got it. Okay. So you said it's worth about 165 to 170?
Yeah.
Okay. But you want to get 180 for it?
Yeah, I could probably go to 175, maybe. Because if I can't get the price for it, I won't sell it. Because it's got the woods behind it, and it shares a driveway with another house on the
I
other
gotcha.
side. It's a ways from you, but it's got a shared driveway. It's an
Okay.
easement. It's an easement.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Because it's got power lines behind us here.
Oh, really? Like big power lines?
Yeah, and they say you can use the land. You can do anything on the land, but you can't build anything on it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's tough.
It's about 100, maybe 150 feet from my house, and then there's a set of woods.
Got it. Okay. All right. All right. Well, yeah, I mean the power lines, that can definitely pose a challenge. A lot of small families, don't want to raise their kids under the power lines. So
They're back away from the house. So.
yeah, I gotcha. Okay.
There ain't they're not no big problem. There's kids that have lived over beside us here, and both sides, and they all played out there and had their volleyball. They ride their four-wheelers out there and everything.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, yeah, let's talk about the house a little bit. Is the neighborhood mostly owner occupants, or is it a lot of
A lot of them it's owner, and some parts of it's rentals.
Okay. Got it.
I think there's like 200 families in here, or something like that.
Okay. Got it. All right. Perfect. And is there anything structurally wrong with the house?
No, there's nothing structured. It's just a really nice home.
Okay.
The only thing that's wrong with it is in the bathroom. They painted the bathtub. It was pink at one time, and they painted it white, and it's starting to peel up. You can see the paint coming on.
Got
But
it.
that's really the only thing that's wrong with it. Everything else is nice. I've put all new floors down, and I've redone the whole basement. There was a big laundry room and a big living room downstairs, and a bath that ain't got no shower. It's a half bath, and then it goes into the garage.
Okay. Got it.
But
all right.
That's all been redone. New carpet, new tile put down, everything.
Nice. Okay. All right. Is there any siding missing on the house or gutters missing at all?
No. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Everything's solid on it.
Okay. All right. Got it. And are there any other structures outside of the house, out back of the house, other than the garage that you mentioned?
Well, they got a shed built. They put a shed right on the back of the garage.
Okay.
You got it. The only way you can get in the shed is go through the garage.
Got it. Okay.
They hooked it right into the garage, but it's really, it ain't bad. It's pretty nice.
Got it. Okay. All right. All right. Well, let's walk in on the inside of the house. I know you said that you updated the flooring. So what kind of floors are there, did you say?
There's laminated in the kitchen. I mean, in the living room. It's a great big living room. I think it's like a 14 by maybe 20 or something like that.
Okay.
And then it goes down the hallway. Then you got the bathroom. It's got what kind of floors on it? Tile floors.
Okay.
And it's only a one sink and a bathtub and a toilet.
Okay.
And then you got a bedroom in the back, and one of them's got carpet, and the other one's got like old hardwood flooring. And then then you come back through the hallway. There's a den, and you got the kitchen.
Got it. Okay. What kind of floors are in the kitchen?
It's tile too.
Tile. Okay. And what about the den?
The den is carpet.
Carpet. Okay. Got it. All right. How long has the tile and the carpet been there?
The carpet in one of the bedrooms been here since we've been here.
Oh, how long is that?
Huh?
How long have you been there?
I've been here almost 12 years.
Got it. Okay.
And then the den, it's got carpet in it too, but it's you know it's got its wear on it, but it's not bad.
Okay. Was that there when you moved in?
Yep. I put the kitchen floor down, the bathroom floor, and all the stuff downstairs into the laundry room, and down the hallway and out to outside, and the rest I did in carpet.
Okay. How long ago did you do that?
That was just done probably 2 years ago.
Got it. Okay. So the tile is 2 years old in the bathroom and the kitchen. 2 years.
Yeah, they're it's nice stuff, you know. It's
Okay. Got it. All right. And tell me about the kitchen. Is the kitchen original to the build?
Yeah, it's got wooden cabinets in it and stuff like that, but they're painted white. I just repainted the kitchen about probably a year ago.
Okay. And you painted the cabinets a year ago as well?
Yeah, painted all that stuff too. Yep. I've got a new stove in there, a new microwave, a new sink.
Okay. What about the counters?
The counters are nice. They're really nice counters.
Okay. Are they granite or are they quartz, Formica?
I couldn't tell you what they are.
Okay. How old are they?
They was here when we bought the house, but they look nice, you know. They're brownish, like it's hard to tell you what they look like.
I
mean
gotcha.
the color.
Okay.
And then it's got as you go out the kitchen door, it's got a deck out there. It's probably like a 10 by maybe 10. The steps go down. That's all new. I just redone all that and just stained it.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. The appliances that you said you got, are those black, white, stainless?
White, all white. The dishwasher, the stove, and the refrigerator is white.
Okay. All right. Got it. And okay. And then there's 2 bathrooms, right?
Yeah, the one downstairs it's just got a sink and a toilet in it.
Oh, okay. So it's just a half bath.
Half bath. Yeah, that's the one that's downstairs.
Got it. Okay.
And then it's got a great big laundry room. That's where the heater and the water heater's at.
Okay. Perfect. All right. And the vanities in the bathrooms, are those original? Were those there when you moved in?
They were there when we moved in.
Okay. And the tubs and everything, toilets, all that. Okay. Got it. All right.
Yep. Everything's good in the bathroom except for that bathtub.
I gotcha. Okay.
And
All right.
they must have painted it because it just started coming off on us about a year ago, or maybe not even that long.
Got it. Okay. All right. And you said there was a basement, right? And that it was finished. When you say it's finished, like what do you mean?
It's all paneled in white, and it's got ceiling. It's got a good, nice ceiling up in it. It's got.
Is it a drop ceiling?
Yeah, it's
okay. Like the
it's
panels.
Not, yeah, it's got little square panels in it, little white square panels.
I gotcha.
And that's a room. It's a pretty good sized room, and that's the one I put the carpet in until it come over towards where the door goes into the laundry room and to go outside.
Okay.
I stopped it there, and the rest of it I tiled all that because that's where all your running was at, coming through the bottom door or coming in the door from the garage.
Okay. Got it. Is there a pool or anything on the property?
There used to be, but I took it down.
Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. Let's say you were going to keep the property and stay in it. And let's just say you walked into Lowe's one day and they're like, congratulations. Congratulations, Jerry. You just won our sweepstakes for being the billionth customer that's walked through the door. We're going to give you a check for $30,000. The only thing is you have to take that $30,000 and you have to renovate the house. What are the things that you're going to be doing to the house?
I would do the bathroom.
Okay.
Get rid of the tub and put in a walk-in shower or something like that.
Okay.
But everything else, I wouldn't worry about doing anything.
Okay. Got it. Even they gave you $30,000 and said spend it however you want on this house. Nothing else.
Well, I'd probably put new floors down in the living room because they got some, scratch marks, but they're not real big. They're just little ones, like from where you moved a chair or something. They're not bad.
I got you.
It still looks good.
Okay.
But it has some, you see some little scratches once in a while in the floor. But
yeah.
You hardly notice that.
Got it. Okay. All right. So what I'm hearing is the property's livable, right? And things function.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not updated to 2024 standards.
I couldn't tell you that. It's just like any other house I'd go into.
I gotcha.
But
okay.
except for a brand new one,
Yeah. I gotcha.
This ain't like a brand new house, but I mean it's a really, to me it's a real nice home.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, it sounds nice. I'm just, because obviously, like I said, when we buy houses, we're going to buy them for one of two reasons. Either we're going to keep it as a rental, right? If that makes sense, or we're going to renovate it and put it back on the market. So we're always trying to understand what are the things that we could do to renovate it and add value to that particular property.
Oh,
so
yeah. You wouldn't have to do too much. I know that.
I gotcha. Okay. All right. Is there anything that I haven't asked you, anything that you would want to know, good, bad, indifferent?
Well, I tell you, the 2-car garage, one of the doors is a little messed up, but the remotes don't work to the garage door opener.
Okay, so probably need new garage door openers.
And the door, yeah. The door's a little messed up on it, but it's got the concrete in it's got cracks in it. Couple cracks, not real bad, but it's been that way since I've lived there, and it ain't got any worse.
Okay, got it.
It's been the same the whole time. But that's the only thing. And it don't have a new roof on it.
Okay, so we probably need a new roof on the garage.
Yeah, it'll eventually, because it's got some shingles, little tabs missing on it.
Got it.
I've been wanting to do it, but I don't have the money like I used to have because I retired.
What'd you retire from?
I did industrial roofing for about 40 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. So if there's anybody that could do the roof, it's you.
No, I didn't do shingles. I did flat roofs.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Like on your schools and hospitals and all that stuff.
I got you.
But
That
yeah,
makes sense.
I've done shingles too, though. I did that on the side.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
But no, I can't do any of that stuff now, or I would put one on it and do it myself, but I can't do it no more.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a hard enough time getting up and down the stairs. Last thing you want to be doing is climbing up a ladder and going up on the roof.
Yeah, I just got done painting all the trim around on it too here, and the back windows were way up there.
Oh man.
I was taking a risk doing those, but I had to get them done.
Yeah, that's scary, man. You guys got kids?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'm sure Jenny's not excited you climbing up on a ladder and painting up that high.
No, because of my age and her age, she's about 9 years older than I am.
Oh, you dog. Nice. All right. Cool. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you guys might need help with when you do sell?
No, not really.
Okay. You got obviously if you're moving into a facility, you're gonna have a heck of a lot less space than you do in your current place. Like you got a place for all your stuff, or?
No, I probably leave a lot of the stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It just depends, if they want it out or something like that. But I got a lot of stuff in this place.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
Because it's so big, and
yeah.
And the washer and dryers are brand new ones, and the front loaders, and they're going to stay too.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Because I don't want to fight to get them back out of there.
Yeah, I hear that. Okay. Other than the washer, dryer, the appliances, and some of the stuff you mentioned in the beginning, like the riding mower and that type of stuff, is there anything else that's like, big stuff, good stuff that, somebody's going to want that you would be leaving behind?
Yeah, it just depends if, like a bedroom set if we don't have another room. I don't know. It just depends.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking more like, mechanical stuff, tools, anything like that. But
there'll be tools. There'll be some tools. I'll probably leave there's a tool chest out there in the garage that I got. That'll probably stay. The riding lawnmower is a brand new one. So is the snowblower, because you need a snowblower here.
Yeah, you do.
'Cause you ain't shoveling out this driveway.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. All right. Well, everything that you've been giving me, Jerry, I've been putting right into our system, and that goes back to the underwriters. These guys, all they do is stare at spreadsheets and computer screens all day. So they're running a report right now that's going to tell them everything that they need to know about this property. Sometimes they're a pain in the butt to deal with, but I'm the guy that has to deal with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on a brief hold real quick. I'm going to run back there. I'm going to check in with them, see what they're working on with this, and I will be right back. So just give me like 2 or 3 minutes, okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right. Now we don't have any fancy hold music or anything like that, so it'll just be silent here. So.
That's all right. That's all right. I'd rather not hear no music.
All right. All right. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right. All right. So this property is in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Hi.
Everything Andy does, he should do the exact opposite of whatever he thinks is the right thing to do.
Let's see. 1716 square feet.
He's always coming back to me. Yeah, I look at my bag. There's some in the and this is on the ground at him. I was like, so I put it in my socks from here on out. I'm like, don't Andy is such a plotting player. I'm like,
I need to double check property radar for the tax records to see if this is actual square footage.
You know, I feel like we're three, but I feel like there are two,
You guys are just joining. We are knee deep in a seller call here, and we are underwriting a property in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
But, you know, so yeah, there is a connection.
I need the point and made a mission to build the bottom here, and it's coming on strong.
You feel better?
I could cry. I just told you.
Oh, God, I know. I love you guys. I know that.
1,040 square feet.
Breadwinner's name. I know she's with me because I know she's throwing that alliance under the bus. She's throwing it away, and I believe truly that she's down to work with myself and Sam. I feel like I can tell you everything here at the law. So, and it's very good. I had the most amusing conversations with this woman. She said up to say to anyone. I asked her how specific that these other women get about it. Well, their alliance. She's like, oh, they get specific. We're called the breadwinners. That's what they call it. Yeah. If she's telling us the names, then we know. I never heard that before. Sierra and I working towards these. Why are you not going to me with that kind of information? You're number one thing.
All right, we're going to be way off on this one.
Alliance man and the national military.
Yeah.
I didn't come up with it.
That's great.
I didn't come up with it. You know that it's not where I'm going. You know it's
Right.
Okay, good.
Oh, you got
I ain't say, hey girls, let's be called the
We got about this being on.
I'm going along with it because I'm doing what I think is best for my game. Andy right now is, I don't think Andy's going to be loyal to me.
to go with Andy at North 4. We should always go with him.
I don't know if that's what makes sense for me either.
Sierra, I think Andy needs to go with the next tribal council, and that ain't going to work for me. Keeping Andy is absolutely essential to my game. I don't see a room where it's the four of us and the truth that are
Yeah, but that's not going to happen because it's me. Sam and I are just completely bumping heads right now. We might need survivor's alliance therapy at this point because we're just going back and forth, and I'm like, this is too early.
Okay, let's look at what's active. Oof.
Hi, glad I was here. Get started.
When they want to squeeze it,
Let me share my screen.
okay. I'm excited. They want to squeeze it.
Deliciously delectable, delectable. Squeeze that. The first time you try those, it hits you. Your laundry feels way fresher, softer, so you start to wonder, is this going to shoot a bonus on the timeless guy? Will it make him softer? Styles can't do it all. But for better laundry, Prime Big Deal Day is here. With exclusive savings just for finance. No deal like a big deal. Top deals on electronics, fashion, and more. Prime Big Deal, October 8th and 9th.
Tamara's mac and cheese, Bay. Tomato soup and a bread bowl. Bay. All your favorite, always at Tamara. Grab a chocolate chip. Doritos and bacon chips. Tamara. Free, no fee delivery for My Panera Rewards members on our app.
The virus that causes shingles is sleeping in 99% of people over 50. It's lying dormant, waiting, and could be
12
activated.
days on the market.
Shingles strikes as a painful blistering rash that can last for weeks, and it could wait at any time. Since you are not at risk for shingles, it's time to wake up, because shingles could wake up in you. If you're over 50, talk to your doctor or pharmacist about shingles prevention.
Hi, I'm Kathy Bates, inviting you to the premiere encore presentation of my new series, Matlock, right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Matlock. New episodes return Thursday, October 17th, part of CBS Premiere.
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Why pay more for the same weights at other gyms where you can save tons at Planet Fitness? Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month.
Well, it said 3 minutes.
Planet Fitness.
All right, you there?
Yeah, I am.
All right, Jerry, I appreciate your patience. I don't actually have good or bad news for you just yet. They had a couple other questions that I apologize for not getting the answers to already. They wanted to know how old the windows are.
They were new when I was put in. They said they were new when I moved in here.
Okay.
They fold out to where you could waste the outside too. They they fold in inside the house. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They're not bad.
And then what about the electrical panel box? Is that is it breakers or is it fuses?
It's breakers.
Okay.
And that's in the garage downstairs.
Okay. All right. And any plumbing issues that you're aware of?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, so here's the thing. The thing that they came up with, they wanted me to ask you about, it looks like you have a couple neighbors that are selling right now. And, they're in pretty nice shape and they're both selling for about 150.
What? There ain't no neighbors around me selling.
Yeah, there's actually two properties. Let's see here. Both of them. One is on Delwood, 2046 Delwood. And then.
That's the one that's the dude couldn't pay for it.
Yeah, I mean I think it's a corner.
That's a little. Yeah, it's on the corner. That's a lot smaller than what my house is.
Well, it says it's 1,516 square feet. Yours is about 1,700, so it's not that much smaller. And it's a 2-bed, 2-bath. And then there's another one on the next street over that's 1,636 square feet. It's on Medford, and that one is a 3-bed, 2-bath with a big deck. And that one is selling. It's under contract at 150. As well. So, I mean, that doesn't really do a lot to help your house, honestly. Because if both of those, so one is selling for 150, one's selling for 158. So if we just took the middle, right, and said 154 is what they're basically selling for, after paying realtor commissions, closing costs, and everything else, those guys are only walking away with about $135,000. So it makes it difficult for me to go back to the underwriters, and justify to them, a price that you're looking for of like 170, 180. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to go to bat for you, Jerry. I want to get you as much as we possibly can. I mean, how do you suppose I go back to them and justify that kind of a difference?
I don't know. Yeah, the one that just sold right down below me, it went for 120. Then the one across the street went for 225. So I don't know.
What house went for 225?
It's just right down the street from me on Dalewood, but they put all new siding and roof on it and did a bunch of work inside because the guy that lived there before he couldn't pay for it, so he moved out and the pipes busted in it in the basement and part of the house, and they had to redo all that stuff. So, but they sold it for $2 something.
Do you know when that was?
That wasn't too long ago. It's probably been about a year ago or so. And then one just right down, just a buddy of mine he sold his for 120, and it ain't even half nice as mine is.
So are you talking about the one with the green siding?
Yep.
Yeah, so the one with the green siding, that one's a lot bigger than yours. That one's 2,100 square feet. And that one actually, they tried to sell it for 230, but they only ended up selling it for 190 when it was all said and done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's got, it's an updated kitchen, updated bathrooms, fully finished out basement, new siding.
Yeah, they had to do all the bottom basement. Yeah, because the Mexican guy had it. He did I watched him put new roof on it, put new siding on it, and all that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's basically a new house, for 190. And that was last year. That was May 19th of 2023. The market has slowed considerably this year. Everything has taken a lot longer to sell. It's selling for less because the interest rates and the election and everything. So that's the challenge. I mean, I can tell you right now, they're not going to come anywhere close to that 170, 180 number. I mean, is there any?
Where would they come to?
Man, I mean, for a cash offer, just keep in mind, right? The way they look at this is they're going to look at what do they think they could sell the property for if it was fully renovated. So like your neighbor's house that sold for 190, that one's 2,100 square feet. So yours is a little smaller than that. Yours is about 1,700 square feet. So generally what they do is they're going to take that square footage and that price point and figure out what's the price per square foot. So on this one, let's see, 190,000 divided by 2,100 square feet. So it's basically $90 per square foot. Yours is 1,700 square feet. So just like your neighbors are selling for about 150, they're saying that it's probably in a renovated condition. It would probably be worth around 150, maybe 160. And then they're going to take off what is it going to take to get your house to that type of condition. So let's say, for example, it could sell for 160 when it's all fully renovated. Then it would cost them about 10% for commissions, closing costs, and everything else when they sell it. And then it's probably to renovate your house, 1,700 square feet is probably going to cost about, $40,000 to do, kitchen, bathrooms, paint, make the flooring all the same throughout the house. So that puts us, right around 105, and we haven't even made a dime yet, and then, so, I mean, they're going to be below $100,000. I mean, if I had to guess, they're probably going to be somewhere around, $70,000, $80,000 maybe.
That's what I paid for it.
Yeah, I understand. I know that's not what you wanted to hear.
No, there ain't no way I'd do that.
Yeah.
I'll stay here before that.
Yeah, I understand, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, I just.
But that's all right. That's no problem to me. I'll stay here then.
Yeah.
That ain't no problem.
I mean, do you have any flexibility in the number? I mean, how close to that type of number do you think you would be willing to go?
There would be no way I'd sell this place for no less than 165.
Got it.
Because I know it's appraised more than about 160.
Yeah, I understand. Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like we're going to be just way too far apart on this.
That's no.
Do you owe anything on the house?
I still owe 44 on it.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, it seems like we're going to be way too far apart on this.
Yeah, that's all right. You know, I'm just trying to see how much I'd get out of it. If I got the right price, I'd sell it. But if I can't get the right price, I'll stay here in it.
Yeah.
That's no problem there.
I understand.
I don't have no problem keeping it.
Yeah.
I'm not, that hard up to sell it. No.
Yeah, it makes sense. I get it. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, if anything changes, I mean, definitely don't hesitate to reach out. I mean, you have my information. I mean, if there's not really much flexibility, I mean, there's a potential that it could qualify for a different program that we offer. But it's rare that a property qualifies. I'd say probably 1 out of every 45 to 50 properties qualify for this program, which is a retail buyer program. And that program, it generally gives us, a bit more flexibility in the pricing, because with that program, we're not the end buyer. What we do is we partner with the seller, and then we market it out to buyers that we've worked with in the past. Like they could be investor buyers, they could be all different types of buyers, sometimes retail buyers. And, it gives you all the benefits of like a cash number where you have a set number. But we bring that buyer to the table through some of our own internal marketing channels, and that allows us to come up a little higher on the offer. But I still don't think it's going to get you to where you want to be. I think we're still going to have a bit of a gap there.
Yeah, that's all right. I've had 3 or 4 people call and want to know if I want to sell this place.
Mm-hmm.
You're not the only one that's called. I've had someone call right after you guys called, and they're doing something to check. I don't know. So.
Yeah. Did they already give you an offer?
Not yet. They haven't called me back yet.
I gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah, keep me posted. I mean, I think if your property did qualify for that other program, then, it would still be in the low 100 range, my guess, if I had to guess.
Nah, there ain't no way I'd sell this place for that much.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
I know I could get 165 out of it easy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you listed it, maybe you might be able to get close to that number. But like I said, there's 2 properties right now just on your street and the next street over that are selling for less, that are, in, good condition, and they're cleaned up, and, one of them's a little bit bigger. But even if you did list it for 165, that's not what you're going to walk away with. You're going to pay about $16,000 in commissions, closing costs, and everything else.
Yeah,
so,
I know that.
Yeah. So, sorry, man. I know that's not the news you wanted.
That's all right. I just checked to see what they would give me, what I could get out of it. And if I
Yeah.
could get what I wanted, I'd be happy to sell it. But I'm not
Yeah.
really, I'd really not that big hard up to sell it.
I gotcha. Okay. I understand. Well, let's stay in touch. And if anything changes on my end, I'll give you a call. And if anything changes on your end, don't hesitate to give me a call.
All right, bud.
All right.
All right.
All right. I appreciate you. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too, bud.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. All right. So he would go as low as 160. So this is where Fortune is in the follow-up, right? Because we already know that there's a problem, right? As much as he's saying, he'll just stay there, and he might stay there for a while, he'll hold out, but the reality is life is going to, life is going to happen, right? And, with him, he's got arthritis. Going up and down the stairs is tough, so there's going to be, circumstances that come up, and time will change his circumstance, right? And so that's the thing. So we're going to put him into a rejected offer follow-up sequence. And then I'm going to wrap this up. In about 15 minutes, I have a call. I got to hit the bathroom real quick, but in about 15 minutes, I have a call scheduled to do a contract walkthrough for a full novation. So if you guys, I'm happy to stick around and do this on the live. I'm just going to take a break for a minute and run to the bathroom. I got about 15 minutes before they're going to be ready. I might shoot them a text and see if they're ready early. Just because, I mean, it's 5:45. There's no way I can make any other calls at this point. So let's see what happens here. Let me just put him into rejected offer. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go hit the bathroom, and then let me shoot off a text to Chad, see if he is all right, I'll be right back, guys. And I just sent that text, so I'm gonna run to the bathroom, and if I get back and he says, yep, we're available now, then I will reach out to him and we'll go over that contract together. Let me just get into the contract so I have it. I think I already have it all filled out, and so we're all good to go at the 340 number. Let's double check 175. Let's change the date to, oh, I already did change the date. All right, guys, I will be right back. All right, guys. Back. If you guys are just joining, we are about to call a seller who verbally accepted my offer, and we're going to do a contract review and get this all wrapped up here. So I sent him a text seeing if he was available any sooner, and have not received anything back yet. So we've got 7 minutes. So I got a few people here in the chat. So if you guys are here, if you got any questions, happy to answer any questions right now for you before we get on this call. So yeah, throw something in the chat. If you got a question, need help with underwriting, whatever it is, now's the time. Let's go. Or if you just want to say hi, that's cool too. All right, let's start wrapping up some of my stuff here, because as soon as this call is done, I'm gonna dip out. Eve is all over the place today. If you don't know who Eve is, that's the office snake. We got a pet snake here. She's right over there. Super cool little ball python. Okay, let's refresh. All right, got a couple more minutes. All right, guys. So in this review, what we're going to do is we're just going to go over the entire contract. So if you are new to novations, I'll just kind of give you the rundown of like what a novation is. So basically in the novation, you're going to have 3 different agreements. All right, technically. So you have a purchase agreement, you have an attorney in fact, and then you have the novation and indemnification agreement. And so the simplest way put, right, the cash purchase agreement is so that you're in contract, because, and you have to have that because the word novate means to replace a contract with another contract. So if there's no contract that pre-exists, then there's nothing to replace. All right. So that's kind of where you started. It's all predicated on the cash purchase agreement. The next thing is the attorney in fact. The attorney in fact gives you the ability to sign listing docs and offers on behalf of the seller. Right. And lately we've been getting them notarized. So we have fully notarized attorney in facts. And we did that this morning. We got a notarized AIF for the property that we're going to make $200,000 on. And then the third document is the novation and indemnification agreement. The novation and indemnification agreement, what that does is it's basically a set of instructions for escrow, so that if you do bring a buyer that has a loan and you're not just going to assign the cash purchase agreement, if the buyer brings a loan, conventional FHA, VA, or something like that, then it basically instructs escrow on how to replace your agreement with their agreement and still provide the net proceeds to the seller based on your cash purchase agreement, right? So if you said 340 in your cash purchase agreement, the novation indemnification agreement will basically state that the seller is due that $340,000, and then the gap, anything between the 340 and whatever it sells for, is your proceeds, and all of the closing costs, concessions, and commissions come out of those proceeds. So it's just a set of instructions for how that gets processed. So let's see here. We've got 1 minute left before we're about to jump on this. So let's see here. All right. So strap in. We're going to give him a call real quick. So this is for 2023. All right.
Like clockwork. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, what's up, Chad? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good, good. You guys, we good to go?
No, I don't think we are, dude. My wife and I talked about it, and we were initially excited about it, and would have taken a cash offer to skedaddle, but the idea of like working with you guys to sell it makes me feel like we could just do that with our own realtor and probably pinch out some more dollars, and then it also gives us time to like prepare our house, to actually get it shown and all that stuff. So I appreciate all the time and effort you put in this, but I don't think that we want to do the work with you guys to sell it for us.
Got it. Okay. All right. Man, so yeah, I totally get it, man. What changed really? Because it felt like we were, obviously going back and forth and,
Yeah.
doing everything we can
Yeah,
to get
well, I
up.
mean, like I said, the idea of moving was exciting for us, and after we kind of just thought it through, and like, if we're gonna work with them to sell it, why don't we just sell it ourselves? Go through a realtor, get more than, what we're, potentially willing to walk away from right now. But if we have to wait until the spring, or somewhere around there, then we might as well just do it ourselves and make more money.
I gotcha. Okay. All right.
So if you had an offer for 350, or 340, or whatever the number, I think it's 340, we would do it right now. But that isn't an option on the table. So
What do you mean, the 340?
yeah, like cash offer today, and we'll move out in 90 days.
Got it. Okay. So if we could do 340 and close in 90 days, then you guys would move forward with that?
Would you do that? What kind of agreement would we be signing for that, Chris?
Well, the standard purchase agreement, that we do would be, to have a 90-day close, all the same stuff. I'd have to obviously go back to them and confirm that they could do that, because I know part of the thing was, being able to market it out to, our network of investors and
Right.
some retail buyers that we've worked with in the past, to get up to that number. So I'm not sure, we're kind of going back to a different strategy,
For sure, yeah. Well, like I said, the idea was exciting, but locking us in at that number, and then living here and letting you guys kind of shop it around, just felt like a realtor experience to me. And it was moving away from the original kind of idea of doing a cash offer. So we had time to think about it, and I'm glad we did. But yeah, I don't want to go in that direction.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and I get that. There are some differences between, the traditional realtor experience of, listing it, doing open houses, cleaning,
Right.
stagings, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Fees,
Fees, closing costs, yeah, all that stuff. But
yeah, you
yeah,
have a guaranteed number. And then if there's, the other thing is if there's any specific
repairs and
concessions, repairs, that's all
yeah.
on us.
Dude, I've owned rental properties. This is like my 5th house I've lived in. So yeah, I'm well aware of how they try to wiggle out a few
Yeah.
extra dollars at the end.
Yeah, totally. So
That's why, when I sold my rentals as is, take it, and that's it,
yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly. All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't, I know just look at the notes here.
I know they weren't really willing to do that. I think you said it was an insulting number. I think it was like 315. So
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say. Obviously we got to make some money if we're doing cash, and there's got to be way for us to add value, right?
yeah, for sure, for sure. But the house
So
catty corner to us, it had carpet in the bathroom, right? And it sold for $395. So we didn't talk about that when we were initially discussing it. And it's a 4-bedroom as well, all brick. So I've got to imagine that our comp is somewhere around there. That was at the height, I think, of all this real estate stuff. But my house is way nicer than that one. So
yeah,
I got tile in my bathroom floors.
yeah, exactly. You're not pissing on a shag rug.
Or burr carpet or whatever, indoor outdoor carpet or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. I don't understand how anybody ever did carpet in bathrooms. That never.
No,
I don't know a
either.
world where that makes any sense.
No.
So,
No way.
um,
But I've seen it, and I bet you have too. So
yeah, oh yeah. I've seen some. I saw one house where they had it was like cheetah
oh my
print
God.
rug in a bathroom.
Oh
It,
wow.
it was yeah, that was a wild house.
No, I literally have, been in someone's bathroom and it was like carpeted, and like, I mean, that was just kind of weird. It was like a beach house, but they were like older couple or whatever, so they didn't really care about it. That, it still looked pretty pristine to me, but,
Yeah.
you know, but I was like, this is weird that you have carpet in your bathroom. This
Yeah,
badass
definitely.
house and you got carpet in your bathroom. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, I have seen that a bunch in a bunch of beach houses. Now that I think about it, in like Florida,
Yeah.
where and it's not like it's kind of like the padded carpet where it's like, kind of tightly woven together.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I've seen it like in a pool bathroom, where somebody's like,
Hmm.
running out of the pool type of thing, so they're not
Yeah.
slipping and sliding, but it's still kind of weird.
Sure.
Um, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know that we'd be able to get to the 340 just straight cash.
Right.
You know, I think,
That's okay. I mean,
there
that I was giving you guys a very generous offer, I think, at least for my opinion, because I mean, if I list it, I'm probably going to come in at like 420 or something like that. At least, the way it sits right now I would. But, I was talking to my wife and like, I may put my annual bonus into redoing our bathroom and
mm,
trying to get our kitchen upgraded or something, and then it might make it a little nicer and, sell worthy. Because I hate our bathroom, and you saw the pictures. It
yeah,
hasn't changed at all, dude. It's brown tile, and
yeah,
yeah,
got it. Yeah, I
yeah,
could use some updating there. Okay,
yeah.
I gotcha. All right. Well, I mean, is there anything that you think we could do to kind of bridge the gap a bit?
No, not unless you can get me 340. But I mean, I want to say 350, but I already agreed with you on 340. But that was obviously a different route, like we talked about, but it you know had time to think about it and just isn't right, for us to go in that direction. So
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, man.
keep me in mind though. I mean, I'm willing to talk. I mean, if you guys can, I mean, if
Yeah.
I do some updates and upgrades, I mean, it may be worth even more to you guys. So, you know,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's in some ways, yes. Other ways, it makes it hard, because it's like where do we add value?
yeah, you want to modernize it, update it, all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's really where we make our margin, is being able to
for
add
sure.
value and bring force appreciation in some respects.
Yeah.
I mean, is it more a matter of the I mean, it sounds like it's more a matter of the time than it is the price, because I mean, we're able to get up to the number you were wanting to do. I mean, am I wrong about that?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. I mean, we would like to have some kind of guarantee if it was 90 days so that we could go and try to buy a house immediately,
Mhm.
and the bank will give us a loan knowing that we're about to close on our house in 90 days, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I would want assurance of, and then that way my wife and I won't have to worry about where we're going to be on Christmas or New Year's or whatever. And then we don't have to worry about doing anything to this house, and you know, it'll be your eyes at the end of that 90 days.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Yeah, because I thought, the last time we talked, you were saying it was, the idea of moving in the holidays, wasn't really super appealing. Um,
Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. Like, we're basically having to stick our son in preschool right now,
yeah,
so and the options we're facing are in Warren Township, and that's not really ideal for us. We'd like to put them in Carmel or Fishers or somewhere up north,
yeah,
as soon as possible. And my wife and I are like miserable thinking about it. So
yeah.
my son's home with us all day. Did I tell you the nanny quit?
Yeah, yeah, you told me.
Oh,
She got
dude, it's
pregnant and was
been
like, "Up, I'm
yeah.
pregnant 5 weeks
Yeah,
in,
I'm
and
gonna
I'm just gonna
quit.
pull the plug."
Yeah, yeah. She's gonna come babysit on Friday, so my wife and I can go to a show. But yeah, it's just like holy shit.
Man,
Yeah,
well, that
yeah.
sucks.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know if they have them like they do out here, but they're like my wife is on. There's like a nannies and babysitters like Facebook group, and there's like
Yeah, I joined that.
20,000 people. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
crazy.
joined it. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I joined it, but like again, like those girls can be flaky as well,
oh
and
yeah.
like I don't know, we just really trusted this person because like she like was like in his like daycare class or whatever, and she quit
Mm,
to come be our nanny, only to then get pregnant in like 2 months and then quit. So
yeah.
yeah,
Oh
yeah. We
man.
thought she was a lesbian at first, to be honest with you, but I mean, I'm not trying to be, any way, or just the way she presented herself,
Yeah, yeah.
I was shocked and surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, right. You
Yeah,
never know,
yeah,
man. You never
yeah,
know.
you never know. Yeah,
But
yeah, she just kept all that shit on the down low, I guess.
yeah. Well, hey, I mean, it's 2024, so apparently men can get pregnant. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Yeah,
who
yeah.
knows, man? So,
Yeah, I know, I know, I know. As
but
long as you're not letting your children become, men or women and get pregnant, I guess that's all that
yeah.
matters, Once
Yeah,
you're over
exactly.
18, you can chop and add and, manipulate whatever you want. But
100%, man. We
yeah,
can
don't let your
definitely,
wacky parents sign all your shit.
bro, it's crazy. Well, and they passed a law in California where if your child in school is, basically trans and coming out at school or whatever, the teachers are under no obligation whatsoever to say anything to the parents about it, and they
Oh,
basically
wow.
like coddle it, and
Yeah.
they'll go along with the whole friggin' dog and pony show, and it's like
Wow.
it's friggin' ridiculous.
It
So
is. I mean, 80% of them just go through a phase,
yep.
and then like they just move on from it. But like, imagine if you're just going through a phase and you're like, I'm gonna cut my dick off,
Yeah.
I mean, look, Caitlyn Jenner won't even do it. Okay, that's
Yeah.
got to tell you how like, that's a lifetime decision to make,
Yeah, well, especially
Yeah.
while you're going through puberty, right? Like
Right.
you can't change, you can't reverse that. Like as much as you can
Right.
try to undo some of it, you can't reverse the fact that you fully stopped your hormones in the peak of their
Exactly.
development and everything. It's absolutely insane,
You're
and the
right.
fact that we're like promoting it and government's funding some of this stuff is just absolutely
It is
crazy.
money. It is.
So
It is. It is. I try to stay in the center of things. I feel like that's way too far left, and then
yeah,
putting the Ten Commandments in school is way too far right.
yeah,
So let's just keep school like about learning.
yeah,
And like it was when I was a kid. So
exactly. We don't have to
yeah,
be crazy. So,
no,
um, yeah, man. All
all
right,
right,
dude.
Chris.
Well, yeah, I appreciate your time, man.
Absolutely.
I'll
Hey, are
get
you on
with the.
LinkedIn?
I am on LinkedIn. Yep.
You should connect with me, man.
Yeah, for sure. What's
Please do.
just your name, right? Just search your name, or is there an
Yeah.
email? Would it
Yeah.
be based on the email you gave me?
Yeah.
Chad
Yep.
M87. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll search you. I'll search you and pull you up.
All right. Cool. Thanks, man.
Awesome. Yeah, no worries, man. We'll stay in touch, and
Chris
I'll get
Deal,
back with
right?
you. Chris, deal. Like, let's make a deal.
I know. That's right, man. All right.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
Awesome, man. See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, that's a bummer. But it happens. I can't say that I'm shocked. Honestly, I was more surprised that we were going to get the contract in the first place. Because he was going to do through Q1, and give us all that time. So I think there's still some potential room to work on this. We got to re-underwrite this. The biggest challenge is going into the holiday season, at the price that he wanted, the 340 number. For us to make anything on it, I mean, a break even would be 378. So it would really need to sell for basically 400 for us to make any money. I mean, 400 times 0.9 minus 340, that would put us at a $20,000 spread. Now, what I might be able to do is if I can get him to that number 90 day, I would still do 90 business days from the time of approved photos. You know, so if photos take a week or so, that pushes us out. And then 90 business days, let's say from now, and this is why I like the business day verbiage. So if we go from today, 90 business days, holy smokes, that gives us through February 24th. So actually, all right, now that I know that, that actually gives me really good confidence that we might be able to get this done. Now, if we go into the discussion and get on the phone with them and I review the contract and he basically says, you know, he points out the business days and then wants to negotiate on that, then, you know, then we might have some trouble. But I'm going to reach out to my agent tomorrow. I'll talk to her, see what her thoughts are, and then see what we can come up with. And, you know, if we could still make this happen, there might be a world where we can still wrangle this together and still make some money on it. So appreciate you guys sticking around. Sorry it wasn't a contract walkthrough, but we'll get you on the next one. And, you know, where we make real estate investing easy. So hit the like button, hit that notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.